Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. I just wanted to make a quick video updating you guys on what's been going on and why I didn't put out a real video last week. I put out the video of us playing some songs out in the shop, which a lot of you liked, so thank you for the kind words for that. We really appreciate it. I'm trying to get all my thoughts together because there's a lot of stuff that I need to go over, and my hair looks like crap because I just got out of the shower. But anyway, yeah, so last week I put out a video of us playing Hey Joe out in the shop. I wasn't ever intended to release that. I didn't want to release that. Was just for us so we could see what we needed to work on and how we sounded. But thank you for all the kind words, like I already said. Also, last night we live streamed practice, which is something that I've always wanted to do. It's just that where we practice. Did you hear those chickens? It's just where we practice in the shop. There's no internet because it's a big tin building, and no internet gets in there, so I can't live stream from there. But this is something that I've wanted to do, so I'm glad. Thank you guys who came in and watched it and left us cool comments and requests and stuff like that. So that was cool. Hopefully, it's something we can do again. It's something that I really enjoyed. The whole time we were playing, my dad had our live stream open next to his kit. So we'd finish playing a song, and then we would hear the delay of us playing, and then he would be reading the comments and telling us what people were saying. So that was pretty cool. So thank you guys for that. Kind words all around. Thank you. But yeah. So last week I put out a video of us playing Hey Joe out in the shop. The garbage man. And I didn't intend to do that. I was intending on doing a real video, but last week that week I had worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and apparently on Tuesday night, this is gonna get complicated for me because I gotta go back 2 weeks ago to talk about stuff, and then working night shift. If any of you work night shift, you lose track of your days easy. So this was Tuesday night. Apparently my grandmother had fallen and she couldn't get up, which sounds like a joke, but I'm not gonna make it. She had fallen, and my grandfather tried to pick her up, but he couldn't. He wasn't strong enough, so he watched her through the night to make sure she was okay. And when their caretaker showed up in the morning, he picked her up, which you're not supposed to do after if an old person falls. You're supposed to leave them there and let somebody who's qualified come and assess the situation and take it from there. But he didn't know that, so he picked her up. She was embarrassed. He took her to the restroom, and she wanted to be left alone. And when he left her there, apparently she fell off the toilet and hit her head and passed out. Now, everything that I'm saying is I've gotten from different people. I'm just putting everything together. So if you're a part of my family and you're watching this, don't get mad if I get something wrong or if that's not how it went. I'm just giving people the gist so they knew what's going on. So anyway, where was I? Okay, yeah. So she fell off the toilet and hit her head. Well, they took her to the hospital, and they were full. So they had to take her to another hospital, which happens to be SAMC, which is BAMC, which if you're in San Antonio area, you know what I'm talking about. But it's an old military base. It's a military hospital that I don't know how it works, but it's still a military hospital. But now they let civilians get on. I don't know how it works. But anyway, SAMC, great hospital. They took her there. And so I had gotten a phone call at, right before work. I was going into work on Wednesday evening, and I got the phone call that my grandma was in the hospital. So I worked through the shift at night, my 12-hour shift, and in the morning I went straight to the hospital to see what was going on with my grandma. Let's pause right there. We're going to go back to before this. 2 days before. So my grandma fell on Tuesday. Sunday, I worked Sunday. I worked Sunday night, or worked Monday. I don't know. I'd say I'm getting confused. Either way, a couple days before my grandma fell, I remember I told you guys I was getting rid of the van. Brandy took it back to California with her. I couldn't afford the payment, so I was using my mom's backup car to drive around and go to work, and she was letting me use it, which is I thank you for that, Mom. Letting me use it so I could save money to put a down payment on a car that I really wanted. So I was driving this car for maybe 3 days, Driving home one morning, and I heard snap, right? So, what that snap was, we didn't know what it was at the time. It just sounded really bad. Called a tow truck, got it taken over to my mom's. They looked at it. Apparently, the engine blew. So that happened. So I was needing rides to get to work. So before all my grandma's stuff happened, I was now in the shop. I need to find a car. So and then all my grandma's stuff happened. So I really haven't had time to look for a car. Okay, get back to my grandma. So I get to the military base. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. This is a lot of stuff. I get to the military base. You need a visitor pass to get on base. So I go sit in the visitor center. The line's moving super fast, and then all of a sudden a whole bunch of people come in who are patients to go into the hospital, and they need a pass too. So security decides at that moment, right before I'm about to be called, to handle the patients so they can get in. So I sit there for 2 hours. I was the next person in line. And then 2 hours later, they finally call my name. I get in to see my grandma, and I go in there, and I go in with my dad, and I touch her head, and she looks up at me, and she knows who I am, and she asks me how I'm doing, and I'm like, better than you, Grandma. You need to get better. So that was good. So the next couple days, I had been waking up and going to the hospital. Everybody in the family basically was going straight to the hospital. We didn't know how Grandma was doing. It seemed like every day they would be like, she's doing so good. And then in the morning we would get there and it would be like, well, she's not doing too good. And then at night she would be doing good. And it was like a 2 steps forward, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back situation. Very much. So, like on the third day, like I told you, I got in there and she was talking. She would open her eyes a little and she would talk to us. One morning we showed up and apparently they told us she had another stroke. Now, when she fell off the toilet the first time, they don't know if she fell and had a stroke or had a stroke and fell off the toilet. But there was a stroke. So now, a couple days later, there was another stroke. And this time, she wasn't able to move her right arm. Which sounds weird, because I think when you have a heart attack or stroke, it's your left side. But anyway, she couldn't move her arm, and then she stopped talking. So I went to work my next 3 shifts. I went, and nothing has changed. They finally moved her out of the hospital. But before, not out of the hospital, they finally moved her out of the ICU to a real room. But the day before they moved her into the ICU, they picked up my grandpa to take him to the hospital to see her, and he was complaining that he couldn't move his right side. So they thought he had a stroke, so they had to take him to the hospital. So at one point I had both of my grandparents in 2 different hospitals across the city, and nobody knew what was going on. Like was Grandpa having a stroke? Did Grandma had another stroke? What's going on with Grandma? She's not talking anymore. She can't open her eyes. What's going on? And then Grandpa is just like a whole bunch of stuff's been going on. So I haven't had a lot of time to find a car, which I need to do. I'm hoping that I can go to a dealer today and look for a car. And I haven't had time, well, since I haven't had a car, to go shoot a video. So, this has been it's a rough start to the new year, guys. But I'm doing okay. My family's doing okay. Everybody has a good head on their shoulders, and everybody understands what's going on. And Grandpa didn't have a stroke. They think he just had like anxiety and depression, and he just felt weak. So that was good. He's back home. Grandma's not in the ICU anymore. Still asleep. Still can't open her eyes. I don't know if it's technically a coma. I don't know what the difference between sleeping and being in a coma is. But her body's functioning normally. She's breathing on her own. She's going to the restroom. So yeah, it's not like her body's shutting down on her. It's just when she fell, she had broken 2 vertebrae in her neck, and had some severe whiplash on her tendons. So they had to do surgery. So they went to the front. So she's a little old lady, and so my sister, who's a nurse, well, all my sisters are nurses. My sister, who's a nurse, told us that because she's gone through so much trauma them trying to go through her veins and find blockages, and then the surgery and all that, and then the initial fall and the strokes, that her brain's just like basically in reboot mode. It's just doing the vital things that it needs to do so it can repair itself. Which I hope she's right, and I hope 2 weeks down the line or sooner, Grandma opens her eyes and is like, "Dang, that was a long nap." Funny story. My grandpa went in to see her when she was talking and stuff, and told her, "Come on, we gotta go. You gotta go home and make me breakfast." And I thought that was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. I'm sorry I haven't any videos, and I know you guys are cool and understand this, but I still feel like I need to let you guys know, because I let you guys know everything else that's happened in my life. So what's one more thing? So thank you guys for being there and supporting me, not just on my creative stuff and my band and this channel and going on adventures and stuff like that, but like everything, the divorce, life, this stuff happening. You guys are really cool. Thank you guys. I'm the best people ever watching, so thank you. Back to the band stuff. We did end up, I talked to the guys in the band, and we're gonna keep the name Fat Boy, although I do like y'all's suggestions that y'all gave. I like the Highway one, something Highway. I was trying to come up with something with that, but they were gonna stick with Fat Boy because it sounds cool, because of the motorcycle, and we kind of play like bluesy rock stuff, like for bikers would be our general target audience anyway. So we kept that. So we're gonna come up with a logo and stuff like that. But I do like Highway something. I think I might write a song called Something Highway, or Highway something, or someone uses the names or something for songs or something. But thank you guys for being so supportive. I appreciate it. I need to go look for a car because I have work in a couple of days, and I need to have a car so I can get there, and then get back to doing videos and stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll keep you guys updated if anything else happens. Be on the lookout on Wednesdays or Thursdays for more live streams, because if we can practice where I have internet, I will definitely live stream the practice. You guys can watch, make comments, tell us the vocals are too low, or request songs, and we'll try to accommodate. So thank you guys. I will see you guys next Friday.